Welcome back to Resurrection Auto. This is day 3 on the Cummins build. So didn't have the camera on earlier today like we should have, but I'll show you what we've been doing so far. So right now, Jordan's putting the brake master, and he's got the pedals welded in and all that kind of stuff. New floors in. We got the cab dropped down a little bit on the back. We think it might need to go up a little bit on the nose. We've been just doing a lot of boring stuff like clearancing to fit this front clip and stuff onto this. So now you can see we removed the clutch fan and all the stuff up front so we can try and fit this. Wyatt's down here again, helping out, being awesome. And yeah, so that's pretty much what we've got going on today. We're trying to get that clip on and pedals and stuff. So yeah, pretty good stuff.
Pedals aren't bad though, they're easy peasy.
Yeah, pedals are easy.
We managed to take the bracket and everything out of the Dodge. Christian cut it out with torch. We kind of fabbed it up. It's just tacked to figure out where it needs to be. But it's nice because we were able to use all the pedals, the Dodge throttle cable, or what do you call it? I call it gas pedal, but then people get touchy because it's a diesel.
It's a throttle pedal.
Throttle pedal.
Throttle pedal.
It's nice because it's just bolts, and that's what came out of the Dodge. So we take that, and then it's just bolts to the firewall, and the cable's in there. That's easy peasy. There's no linkage on these. The shifter just goes right in, so that's pretty easy. The steering isn't quite perfectly lined up. The cab is shifted to the passenger side like maybe an inch, so it'll come over a little bit, but I'm guessing we're gonna have to cut it further back here, put a little union there, and then get another one up there, and it should maybe work.
Should maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Yeah, like Christian said, our biggest issue right now is this sits here, and all of that needs to sit here.
Like on top of all of that.
So we've cut out a lot more than
we want to do.
But we're gonna mock it up and see how that goes, and kind of go from there.
Good stuff.
Welcome back to Resurrection Auto. This is day 4 now of the Cummins shitbox project.
It's a beautiful truck.
It's not. This thing's a pain in the rear. But so today we've got a laundry list of stuff that we got to finish. We want to get the cab, front clip, radiator, and oh geez, let's see. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, mount the cab, mount the front clip, mount the grill, mount the radiator. We have to put the throttle pedal in. We have to adjust the clutch pedal. Got to do wiring to get the thing running. We have to finish the steering column, put a seat in it, and put the shifter back on. Shifter's going to be an easy part, but the rest of it, not so much. But if we all work really hard today, we can get this thing done and have it running and driving by the end of the day, which is a very, very ideal goal for us to have.
Let's get started on this turd. Look at that. Just fits in there or something nicely. I also got to do a little bit more trimming in here. So you can see this motor is awfully large, and this clip is not so. So, it'll be all right. We'll get everything fit. You know, we got a clearance here for the radiator. Jordan wanted to do that, so yeah, got this thing. Just doing all the boring stuff that you probably don't want to watch, which is front clip on and off 47 different times. I'm trying to realign everything. We did put a hood stack on it. And now I'm just trying to realign everything so it can, be lined up, which has been a pain in the butt. But it's just about all good. I got to go up a little bit with this side, as you can see. But radiator's in there. Fenders are, kind of sort of in place. We couldn't really move it back any further because we already had, no room up front. So what we'll do is we'll just trim that fender back a little bit, even though we really don't want to, because it's gonna not look great, but that's what you gotta do sometimes on this stuff, because as you can see, that radiator is as far forward as it possibly can be, because the grill sits in here. So gotta leave just enough room for that. And yeah, so now we just gotta fix the clutch pedal, do the steering, the wiring, get this bumper mounted, get the grill mounted, make the mounts for the front end to sit and bolt. And then after that, pretty much we'll be ready to start this thing and see if we can roll her forward and back. But yeah, it's just a whole bunch of boring stuff that you probably don't want to watch, so we're not gonna show you. Little update for you guys. Jordan's making a bunch of noise. We've got pretty much everything ready to go for it to run, other than just have to run a couple of wires for it. We got the battery tray and stuff done. Wyatt's drilling holes for the seats right now. And yeah, I'll show you where we put the battery and all that. So for the battery, we tucked it right down there. Nice little tray, sits nice, it's got plenty of room. It's down far enough so the exhaust isn't gonna get hot. Oh yeah, so here's the hood stack right there. This thing's pretty much ready to fire other than dead battery. So we have to charge it like we're doing. And in the meantime, we're gonna button up some wiring for it. And I guess get the seats in. Then we gotta go get bolts and stuff to actually bolt the cab down, but all the holes and stuff are drilled. Can you think of anything else, Jordan?
Basically, steering's our biggest hurdle right now.
Yeah.
It's not even hard, it's just, there's a car show tomorrow, so we're trying to have it running, driving for that, and nobody carries U-joint couplers on hand apparently. When we called an actual Peterbilt shop and told them what we needed, and they gave us part number for a U-joint for drive shaft. So
yeah, makes you wonder. But yeah, I mean, cab mount hole, shifter. This will be the starter switch, and then have to pop another hole for the on-off switch. And yeah, but we've got practically all the wiring and stuff just hanging out here. Like, here's the on-off for the pump. This is the starter one. The battery cables are run to the other side of the engine for the big cables, so that they go to the battery. Right there. See it hanging there, and then there's the negative. But yeah, so this is what we got going. Here's the old exhaust. Got our cooling fan. We've got a bunch of stuff to do yet, but we're getting close. right, guys, so this is day, I don't know, 6, I think.
It's 6, but we haven't really worked on this.
Yeah, we haven't really done much work on it the last couple of days, so I didn't shoot any video yesterday, but once again, didn't really do anything. But I'm gonna give you a rundown of kind of this whole build, what it took, what we've done, and all that kind of stuff, just to show you guys what it is and how you can do it too. So it's a 90 Dodge, I think D350 chassis, 1-ton dually. Yeah, it's got the Cummins with the 5-speed. It's, you know, how it is. To get the radiator fit, we had to cut the core support here and here. We had to ditch the mechanical fan and put an electric fan on the front because we didn't have enough room. We had to move the radiator back to where the clutch fan would have sat. We will have an air cleaner on this. And then just a hood stack for the exhaust, just kind of waller a hole out. You know, all that kind of stuff. The front bumper, I cut the front of the old frame off, and we ended up actually being able to weld this front bumper right to the frame of the Dodge chassis. So it worked out really, really well. Let's see, for cab mounts and stuff, this thing was actually just wide enough to where we could use the factory mount. Don't mind that horrible weld. These ones over here.
We gotta get it up on the lift.
Yeah. Yeah, we still got to get it back up on the lift so we can finish weld all that stuff. But it's good enough for right now. As you can see, for our body mounts on the front, what we did is we just used a piece of rectangular tube there, and then a little triangle piece, and then we just had to put a little spacer there with a washer. This here is for the seat mounts there and there. It's all pretty easy stuff. So it's nice that this frame was just about the same width as the original frame that this body sat on, so that these will weld right to it. Let's see here. What else is there? Cummins are super easy. It's literally like 3 wires to run the whole thing. This has a 1-wire alternator on it. Some of them have like a 5-wire or whatever, but this one's a little bit easier because it's self-regulated. It's just got 1 power wire that's to a switched power, and then it's got the other, the bigger wire that runs to the battery for actually charging. And then you just got your 1 wire here on the pump that's hot with a key or a switch. We used the entire clutch pedal assembly. Don't mind this. We're going to clean up all this because this is it's ugly. We just wanted it to run and drive so we could get it on the road, which I took some rolling shots that I'll put in here too. Floor's good. I mean, don't mind a little bit of flash rust. It was raining yesterday and today. Yeah. But we got just some gauges sitting there that need to be finished up. Let's see, what else? We pretty much used everything from the original 2 trucks. The steering. Hey, I got to show you guys that. So let's see if I can show you down through here. All right, yeah, I kind of can. So as you can see, our steering shaft runs from there, 1 U-joint, and it's got a little, support. And then to here, we keyed this and turned it into a double D, so then we can, run one of these U-joints on here. And then it just goes right down to our factory Dodge steering box. This thing drives really nice. But, Jordan put on some fog lights today just to make it look a little bit, better. We still have to ditch this box and build a new one. We got that old cab off. It's sitting over there in the junk pile now. But this is pretty much it for the build of this thing for now. Jordan's just finishing up wiring for lights and things of that sort, just so, then we can actually register this thing and Jordan can use it as a driver.
Yeah, so they'll still be registered as the 51 GMC, which I like. I don't know. I guess some highlights of the thing that I was really excited about is, like Christian said, everything on here is the Cummins chassis or from pedal assembly, brake booster, clutch pedals. None of that even got hooked up, so we didn't have to bleed lines, we didn't have to bleed brakes, we did nothing. It's still power steering, power brakes. The only thing is it's a Cavalier cooling fan.
Which might be a little bit small. We're still testing that. So bear with us. We'll let you know how that works out.
We've used it on other builds.
Ones like that.
And they do work for that, but like Christian said, it's a little bit bigger. If it does work, I'll be happy though, because it fits the radiator really nice. The shroud seats right up to it, and it's something we had laying around. The seats came out of a 2012 Chrysler 200, which is another junk vehicle that we had out back.
But they're nice seats.
They're pretty nifty because they're flat on the bottom, except for they kind of hump up in the back. So we just ran a 4x4 block just to get it up, which is good because the truck sits so high that we couldn't have mounted anything flat to the floor and been able to see over the dash anyways.
No.
They're just manual and they're cloth, which is a little bit disappointing, but again, they were free. And the driver's side has a little lever there that you can go up and down with, and it moves the whole seat up and down, which is really cool. But other than that, like Christian said, I mean, it's all the two trucks, so it was very inexpensive for us to build. The box will come off. We'll build one from scratch and build fenders, and then we always run, what are they, 50 Pontiac taillights?
Yeah, 1950 Pontiac taillights.
They're on the other rat over there.
So the taillights will be kind of like...
Well, they'll be 100% like that.
Yeah, they'll be just like that. So
They're a nice round one, and we've used them so many times that we have a template somewhere in the shop that we use for all our bracket that keeps it really hidden but really well supported. So they're really easy for us, and they're like $50 for the set. They're actually glass and metal, which I like. So we'll do that for the rear. It'll be kind of similar to this box, except for this one we forgot. We had all the bracing to, put there and there to kind of make it look like an actual box would have. Usually I think when we build them, I think this one was like $80 to build the whole box. They'll be 8 foot, so it'll be a touch more, but...
And it's dually, so it's going to have big old wide fenders on it.
Yeah, so the fenders, what we'll do is we'll probably... I don't think we have any Chevy fenders for this.
I think so.
We have a yard that we go to. We'll buy a set of fenders and we'll just widen them. I don't know if you have a way to be able to put in the video of the cab over that we built, but
yeah, I think I can slip a picture in there, so you guys can see
an idea.
Yeah, we'll post a picture up of the cab over Jordan built a couple of years ago, so then you guys can actually see what the box will look like and what sort of kind of ish like what this thing will kind of be like whenever it gets new wheels and tires and stuff like that. Because
we found the wheel. Tires, but I mean, $5,500 is kind of about the running price for a set of them with adapters and milling and everything. We found a guy locally who has a used set, but we're kind of
up in the air.
Yeah, we're hacking back and forth. Running boards are another thing we have for it, and they're the half-ton, so it's just, or the 1 ton, so it just goes about cab length. But we'll get those on there too someday.
Yeah, that'll be in the near future. But for now, kind of here it is. Take it in and all of its glory. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. There's definitely going to be more. We're looking at getting another truck here to do kind of the same thing with. It's an old International fire truck, so that'll be a really cool one, so stay tuned for that.
And as soon as that sells, we have 54 Ford outside.
True, we do.
Half-ton short box. That'll be
another build that we'll be doing here. And we'll be sure to post up all that kind of stuff too. So just stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, let us know what we can do better. You know,
Email with questions.
yeah, email with questions or comment with questions. Would be more than happy to answer them. So that'll be it for this time. See you guys later.